It's another one of these scams going around here on YouTube, guys. I made a couple videos, actually. It's been, I don't know, a few months at this point since I've done it, but talking about these Cash App scams that were going on here on YouTube, and it looks like there's another wave of them coming out. I don't know if this is just like a continuous thing where like they constantly bring out new scams. Like it's a 2K game every year. They just got like every single year, same time, same period, whatever. They're just wiping in these new scams or whatever it is. But this time we're not talking really about people putting their money in accounts or getting free money somehow or anything like that. But this one is actually about OnlyFans. You guys probably know what that is if you are internet savvy. Let's just say women use it to make content, and honestly, let me go ahead and give a little message, I guess, to the people who are getting into this and whatnot, man. First and foremost, you do not need OnlyFans, man. Like, you gotta be a special level of just worked up, I guess, to get your money spent on some OnlyFans content, man. Just look up something on the internet, bro. You get like, I don't know, you can get like billions of results, right? For literally anything you look up within half a second. And it's free, man. You really don't need something like OnlyFans to keep yourself in good shape. But I saw this video and it, I guess, is teaching people how to get OnlyFans for free, man, which is insane. And it's a concept that just doesn't work in the first place. Let me go ahead and tell you guys a little something that I've heard before in my life, right? If some shit is too good to be true, most likely it is too good to be true and it's not real, you know? If you know about that, you know. You ever had one of those conversations with your dad or your mom or grandma and grandpa, something like that. You're gonna hear that probably at some point in your life, but this shit just doesn't happen, man. There's nobody out here giving this kind of stuff out for free, right? Like, you just gotta think about this logically, man. If I gotta be the one to tell you guys this, in any industry in which they're trying to profit, like trying to make money, the odds of them giving you anything actually free is just extremely low. Even like buy one, get one frees, that kind of stuff, oftentimes there's either an underlying reason behind why you're getting that deal, such as the stock is getting a little bit old, it's reaching its shelf life. They're trying to get more people in the store and they're hoping that you buy something else on top of that to try and reap up some of those profits that they lost. Or sometimes they even actually, like, I guess, include it in the price, right? Like they'll actually increase the price to make that money back. So if you think you're getting OnlyFans for free, man, I gotta be the one to tell you it's not happening. Now, let's take a look at this video and see what's going on here. It's going to be very identical, I guess, to the other ones that we've talked about before, so...
Yo, what is up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how you can get the OnlyFans hack that will let you get access to all the premium contents on the OnlyFans completely for free. Now, once that's done, all we have to do is open up a browser. Now, this can be Safari on your iOS devices and Chrome on your Android devices. And simply go ahead and open up this site called iTweak. So once you're on the site, it's gonna look something like this.
Yeah, this is pretty formulaic, honestly. It's pretty, I guess, akin to the whole Cash App scam thing that was going on. If you guys are unaware of that, I'm not gonna, you know, make you watch a really old video or anything if you don't want to. Basically, you have to go to this website, and this is how all these scams go. You gotta go to this website, man. You can't just search up the app in the App Store ever, since it was an app on his phone. That never is how that works, man. You gotta go to this website, and since it's already shaping up to be like those Cash App scams, let me go ahead and just predict what's gonna happen. There's gonna be a fake progress bar with a lot of technical terms, and the website's gonna be bullshit but look really legit, and it's gonna say a bunch of stuff that has nothing to do with what's going on. Maybe even like, I don't know, some surveys you gotta fill out or something like that before you can download the app. I don't know, so something like that, right?
For free. Simply go ahead and tap on that and click on Start Injection. This is going to start compiling all the injection files for the OnlyFans++ app on our device. So just give it a couple of seconds to do this and it should be ready.
Okay, so there's one of the terms already. We're injecting, okay? What are we injecting? Okay, this is like, it's a term that they use in all of these scams, but it never makes any sense, right? When you're downloading shit, you don't ever hear like, we're injecting the files onto your computer. You don't ever hear anything like that because that doesn't make any sense. And it says, you know, connecting with your phone, things like that. It's already connected to your phone, right? Like, if you're accessing the web page, obviously your internet connection is completely fine and your connection to their server is completely fine. Anyone also notice that the final URL is different from the one provided? So he's basically giving you guys a scam link that redirects. Remember, the whole thing is called iTweak, right? The software that you're using to download this app or whatever, it's called iTweak, but we're at bigappboy.com. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Now, just as soon as that's done, it's going to take us to this injection page, which contains all the injection files that we need to add onto our devices.
I should have already known. I was kind of wrong, okay? Like, it's not doing surveys at least yet, but we are now downloading some bloatware onto our phones that potentially will steal your data and sell it or something, man. Like, people don't really understand, like, how much power applications on your phone really have, man. Like, you download some shit like this, and it gets access to your camera roll or your contacts or anything like that, man. Information is just falling out of your fucking pocket and right through a server hole right back to wherever this is from, and you don't know who made VPN Vault. You don't know who made all this shit. Next thing you know, somebody in some other country now has your information that they've now bought from your phone from some company that has developed this and is now in fucking cahoots with this guy to sell scams and bloatware onto phones. Because that's all this really is, man. This is the quote-unquote injection process. Now I understand what they mean by injection process. They're injecting malware onto your devices. That's what's going on, so.
In order to get the OnlyFans Plus app, all we have to do is inject these apps onto our device and follow the instructions to unpack them.
So the real way that you can tell that this is a scam right off the rip is that they're basically selling you two different VPN products. Pretty much under no circumstances are you ever going to need more than one VPN. I mean, I think that should be common sense. Like, if you know what a VPN is, like, you should understand you don't need 9 of these things on your phone, right? Why would you ever need a VPN and Wi-Fi proxy from 2 different people, okay? And at the same time, it's not anything reputable. It's bloatware and shit that you're being sold off of some random website where they're basically selling you a scam. So even if this did somehow unlock your premium content or whatever on OnlyFans and you can see whatever you wanted on there, right? You've now downloaded these sketchy ass apps onto your phone, which can do God knows what to your devices. And that's really where the money is made a lot of the time, is when you download these apps, okay? So the people who made ZenMate or whatever these, Optimus VPN, some random garbage or whatever that's being, downloaded or injected onto your phone here. They basically are, I guess, selling ads in a way to get downloads because, like, they'll have this guy who's out here lying to everybody, and they basically will pay him for every one of those downloads or those injections because obviously they're getting their software on people's phones. And those have to make money some way too. These applications that are quote-unquote free, they make money in some way. I mean, no one's running these things at a loss. So my go-tos when it comes down to this is, number 1, you're either paying for the product, or number 2, it's selling your data and information, or at least collecting it for that process, or 3, it's running ads. That's really the only 3 ways that a lot of these apps even make any money. So don't download any of this stuff, guys.
Now, as you can see, it says the OnlyFans injection was successful, files have been injected.
Note that this web page is completely different than all the other ones, and it has fucking Fortnite font text on the page. Think about that. What reputable page would ever use a Fortnite font to do anything? I mean, I don't know if these people just don't think out the scams, or if people must fall for it, obviously, but if they're just dependent on people who don't pay attention to detail or literally anything at all. Like, what kind of fucking horny do you have to be to get fooled this bad? You have to be otherworldly, just bricked up. I don't care what anyone says, man. You cannot troll me into doing this.
And once it's powered off, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back on.
By the way, I have an iPhone. I have never once had any software downloaded onto my phone, besides obviously like the system updates or whatever, that have required for me to fully reboot the phone. I don't know how Androids and things like that are, but on an iPhone, that has never happened to me before whatsoever, so I think that's a little bit odd. So you might still be skeptical for some reason that this is all something real and that I should just trust it. Optimus bro, why don't you trust people? Why don't you trust this? Do you know what you are missing out on here? Do you know what you're not seeing on the OnlyFans Plus application? Well, usually you can take a good look at these videos here on YouTube and tell whether or not they're a scam anyway. Now, the number 1 way, in my opinion, is to see if the video is public or not. So this one, of course, is not. It's unlisted, and you're probably like, well, what does that have to do with anything? How does that prove if this is a scam? Well, basically on YouTube, okay, they have basically a bunch of filters, obviously, for content, but at the same time, This kind of content violates the community guidelines. Now, if it was public, that means it would show up in the algorithm. If you searched up certain terms, it would probably pop up somewhere on the page. That kind of content that is public, is way easier to get taken off of YouTube by flagging and things like that than unlisted content. Essentially, what they're doing here is they're hiding the video from the public eye, because even though the video is unlisted, they can buy like Google ad space or things like that, and of course just link the video and people are going to see it, even though it's not public. And when that happens, it's a lot harder still to flag because it's treated like an advertisement and not like a legitimate video unless you go to the video's landing page. Now, obviously I'm on the video's landing page, and another way is to check the views. 448,377 views as of me making this video. It came out on April 1st, 2020. There's absolutely zero way that an unlisted video could get that amount of views without either being botted or without being bought, okay? And what I mean by bought is obviously like advertisements and things like that. Now, like I said, unlisted content, it doesn't show up in like the YouTube search or anything like that. You have to have the video's direct link in order to access it. So, I mean, there's no way that it has almost 500,000 views unlisted. And also in just under a month, obviously, like it's been, what, almost 2 weeks now? Another way is to see the like to dislikes. They're hidden. You can't see them because if they were on, there would be 14 likes and 13,000 dislikes. It would obviously be presented as a scam to anyone who like would look at that shit. They're not going to be like, oh, this video has a 1% like to dislike. That means that it must be real. And obviously that would hurt the chances of this application making money. Another way is always to check the subscribers. Now this channel has 1K subscribers, so that could be 1,000 and above, up to like 1.1, I think. I can't remember how YouTube categorizes the numbers anymore. It's kind of fucking stupid that they don't have direct numbers, but even if this was a public video, there's almost no way that a channel with 1,000 subscribers with a video titled, "Are You a Fan?" is gonna drop 500,000 views in, what, a couple days, basically. It never happens. That just isn't how this shit works. Trust me, I've been doing YouTube now for just over 8 years, okay? It was 8 years, almost like a week ago, maybe? I get this shit a little bit better than the average person. This is a scam. Once again, if you see any of this shit, like, oh, you can get this app for free, and it's like paid content and a YouTube advertisement, you can't believe it, man. It's always too good to be true. It's always too good to be true, because if it wasn't, somebody would be getting in trouble for hurting someone else's profit margins. I can guarantee you that. You think Netflix would be cool with people out here giving away free Netflix and things like that? They don't want that, obviously. Or win a free iPhone giveaway, obviously, man. Like, you can't believe any of this shit. So, just want to make you guys aware of what's going on. Thank you guys for watching, though. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on my channel. Follow me over on Twitter at @SubToOptimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. It's a surefire way to get notifications of all my newest content. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below for the freshest, most officialist Optimus merch on the internet. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus getting trolled and signing out.